Hello, my name is Cecil Wattree, and I am a licensed clinical social worker with a macro lens, and I am the executive director of the Kansas City Black Mental Health Initiative. I think some signs that shows that you might need some extra support is kind of linked into the word disorder. If there's any real disorder in your life, then what you appear or feel like you have a grasp or control over. When you're unable to manage daily tasks or unable to just fulfill daily activities, that's when, and sometimes fulfilling these daily activities is based off of your mood or how you're feeling or how you're behaving, then it's time to look into possibly seeking help, getting some support, looking for talk therapy, or just being able to start reaching out to someone in need when you're starting to feel the disorder that's happening in your life. Some of the things that people can start working on when it comes to like seasonal depression or anxiety is just start by focusing on being present. A lot of panic or anxiety, which often leads to depression, comes from someone being worried about what has happened to them or what will happen to them. Sometimes just focusing on the present allows you to kind of clear that up, being able to be mindful of where you are currently, and knowing that you're okay, that you're breathing, that you're fine. Sometimes the majority of issues are exacerbated by languishing, which was identified as probably one of the most common feelings during COVID, whereas the feeling of lack of progression or stagnation. Being able to be mindful and being present gives you a starting point to kind of start that journey towards wellness. I think that we're in the season of depression because of the lack of sunlight. The seasonal depression is often caused by especially during the holidays, due to a lack of sunlight that's usually available. But when we go through depression, we tend to kind of feel like our reality is denied in the sense of what we're feeling. And often that can kind of come and be exacerbated by those who deny our reality, which is usually our family members. Say, hey, you're fine, get over it. Or what I would ask family members to do is to be empathetic, not so much as sympathetic to what somebody is going through, but rather just try to have and let them share that experience with you so that they can start to feel better. Sometimes you may not have the answers, and a lot of times what we do in these moments when we see someone sad is trying to pick them up. Sometimes just acknowledging some of the things that they're going through is a big first step towards addressing your depression. Lately, in our society right now, mental health awareness is becoming more prominent. In the past, a lot of barriers would be in place to keep a person from actually seeking services, especially finding services for someone who looks like them. I would say now we have more availability with technology to get online and research and search out those who could possibly help us as far as therapy. I know that sometimes when we look at Black and brown or minority or so-called minority therapists, it's hard to find the intersectionality that we're looking for, but there are there are resources now available, even so much as locally, that you can find local therapists online. One of the biggest things you can do is to research and look for your local community mental health service provider. That's a very good starting point. Also looking for anyone who is actively more or less letting you know that they're available, as well as letting you know their prices. If you look online, you'll find certain websites that actually, especially like the Color Collective KC, where they are able to show you Black and brown therapists and also show you the insurances that they take. Sometimes the first step is just looking online and seeing what is out there and what's available, and not feeling discouraged about finding the first potential match the first time, and realizing that you are looking for someone who you're going to collaborate with when it comes to your health, and the aspect of feeling choosy is okay.